Valentine's Day. I believe you could call this love at first bite or love at first taste. But the story for Tammy and Alessandro Giuliani is really love at first sight.
It is, yes it is.
We are here at Stella Luna Gelato Cafe, which is a dream realized, and as we look around, it's packed. That's also a dream realized, I guess, Tammy.
It is, and a shock, yes.
Well, it was a love story that brought you back to Ottawa, and I guess we'd love, as we take a little bit of a look around, we'd love for you to take us through it.
Well, I was only 19 years old and had decided to go on holiday to Italy, so I had just arrived in Rome, and within hours of being there, this handsome, hot-blooded Italian drove up on a motorcycle and asked me to the movies. I accepted, and 4 days later he asked me to marry him. And so I returned to Canada, packed my life into 2 Bauer hockey bags, and off we went.
There had to be a hockey reference when we were talking about Canada. So you saw this girl, you saw this beautiful turista, and you said, my life has changed?
Yeah, forever. Yeah, in 1 second.
How did you know, Alessandro?
I don't know. I really don't know. I still we're thinking about it sometimes and say, what happened that second? And we still don't know. It was a very magical moment.
When you know, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, many years later, we showed, I believe, or we have a photo of the two of you when you met. Then we have a photo of your first marriage.
Yes.
Explain that, Tammy.
I call that my deportation marriage, and I was on a tourist visa in Italy, and it had expired, and they were going to deport me, and we had plans to marry 8 months later, and they said, I said, what do I do? We can't leave each other, and they said, well, go and get married. So off we went to City Hall. We had a lovely ceremony. Friends and Alessandro's family were there. And then we went and did our ceremony in church 8 months later, and my whole family flew over from Canada.
And then it was the full glamour wedding. Alessandro, describe that day on this most romantic of days.
But I think is a very spectacular thing for realize that what you're doing. No, it just is that is a moment that will change again your life forever, and you had to put apart all the showing and really think about the significance of that moment. And
that moment, many years ago, 25 years ago now, is it?
It is, yes.
That moment has brought us here, many years later, to just sort of the corner of Bank and Sunnyside to a gelato cafe. I couldn't actually work the microphone and the gelato at the same time. I guess I'm not ambidextrous. But we wanted to look at really this other passion, this other love, and this is, you've become an artist, Tammy, a gelato artist. And you say that the gelato was a huge part of your relationship together. Explain that.
I didn't speak Italian, Alessandro didn't speak English, so the one thing we had to communicate with was la dolce vita, the sweet life. And we would travel from shop to shop trying different gelato, and then we went outside of Rome and we traveled through Italy looking for the perfect gelato. And so that became a passion of ours.
And so now you're making the perfect gelato. You actually went to...
I went to Gelato University. So I went to Bologna, Italy, which is sort of the cradle of food and in Italy, and I learned from some of the finest masters in gelato making, whose families have been doing it since the 1800s.
Well, not everyone has the spectacular love you do, but everyone loves the sweet life, as you said, the dolce vita. Did I say that the right way, Alessandro?
Yes, absolutely.
Tell us about some of the flavors and what you do. I know you use the purest of ingredients.
We do, yes. So we were inspired by things we see. So we will take, today we have a chocolate, we've added a little bit of dark rum to it and then variegate it with sour cherries. We'll take a rich chocolate and maybe perhaps add peanut butter to it and variegate it with caramel. We take fruits together like mango and passion fruit and apricot, and so it's marrying flavors together that combine and make an exquisite taste.
And how did you react, Alessandro, when Tammy said, okay, I would like to open a very large, because this is a really large cafe and it's very busy, and there are kids eating waffles around the corner. I almost didn't get this program to air because I was so distracted. My olfactory senses are just tingling. It smells so beautiful in here. But one of the elements that you love is the love
Yes.
that occurs here. Not only the love that you have and your children work here, but you've seen a lot of love blossom.
We have. We've had people who come every day. We have a couple right over there in the corner who's here right now who've been coming for sorbet breakfast since we first opened back in the summertime. They come in the evening after work, and so Rob, the shoe guy, as he's known from Kitty Cobbler and Saint Laurent, is here with Chloe, and we can go over and have a chat with them in a minute.
We will meet them, and actually I've brought along a lovely long time love story as well, which we're going to highlight. But you have seen love blossom at these tables, haven't
Yes,
you?
absolutely, absolutely.
Do you think, is it contagious?
I hope so. I would like to know that is a virus going around. You know, it's a love virus. We're always thinking about the negative things, and this is a very positive, optimistic thing. Just be surrounded by feelings and colors and good flavors.
Feelings, colors, good flavors. I can see what happened to you, Tammy, so many years ago. When we come back after the break, we are going to spend some time with the Hendricks couple, a beautiful couple, and their love has flourished over about 60 years.